the head coaching ranks, and that's going to be Frankie Reich has been fired as the HC of the Carolina Panthers. So pretty much now, you have a situation where you have a now interim coach in place, young guy who's is play caller and everything like that. Actually, Chris Tober is going to be the intermediate head coach as the interim coach as at the moment. Chris Tober, it was a very good special teams coach for a very long time. He was the elite. He was one of these guys that was able to stick around with staffs even when that staff got fired. And I know this because he used to work in Cleveland, and he was a part of the Josh Cribbs run of some sorts when they were like one of the better special teams in the league, but one of the worst teams in the league at the same time too. So Chris Turber knows how to put a group together and get them, playing good football. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. They also have Jim Codwell in place as a executive assistant as well too, who's going to be helping out the play calling as well. Making things a little bit more easier and things like that. But when you look at things, you say to yourself, Frank Reich had no business being the head coach of the Carolina Panthers. He had no business being hired back as a head coach right away. I know a lot of people liked what he did with the coach, but you know what? The coach didn't do anything but go to the first round and lose. Okay, it's that simple. Yeah, they went 11-5 on a down year in the division as well too. And so pretty much, a lot of people sat up here and they're kind of mad for Frank Reich this morning, but I'm not. I felt like Frank Reich was a guy that they gave this job to because it felt like a buddy pass, a buddy situation, and you felt comfortable with him at this point in time with the quarterback that you had in place to get him to become the leader of this team. I feel like a lot of people do not really understand what's going on in Carolina. They want to just make up their own narratives of what's going on in Carolina. Carolina has given the team to Bryce Young, and y'all got to get over it. And Bryce Young was not supplied with any playmakers. I know that a lot of people feel that CJ Stroud would have probably been a better choice to go to Carolina, all that good stuff. But you know what? He would be in the same situation as well, too. You got old Adam Thielen, and then the rookie receivers, the young receivers that you have in place are not those guys. It's just that simple. They just not making the transition to the NFL the way that they thought that they were. And so at the end of the day, it's a very significant sight to see that it's all about the personnel that you have in place. And, Frank Reich, I never really seen them motivating these guys. They were motivated maybe 1, 2 or 3 weeks out of the situation by their head coach, and their head coach sometimes looked very clueless of what to do next. And it's really bad when you have an offense that's only getting 10, 13 points a game, and that you can be so much better than that because you can be a little bit more deceptive. But you know what? It is what it is, and sometimes you just have to go through trial by fire to get to your end success. And that's how I feel with Bryce Young right now. You know what I mean? And I think that, if you put him on another roster in the NFL, he probably would have been a bit better. But at the end of the day, the Panthers set themselves up to lose this year because they had no intentions of winning. So it's just that simple. So you guys can't get so mad about the situation. But Frank Reich was absolutely useless. Let's just keep it real. And that's why he got fired. And, at the end of the day, you didn't even have to wait for the last 6 weeks of the season to do this. You just do it now so we can just get it out of the way. It's that simple. And, it's not that like, he just got fired. You go talk to players, you go evaluate the situation, and the players just didn't trust him. And it's just that simple. And you know what? At the end of the day, it is what it is, and we move forward from there. All right. So pretty much with that, we move